You're an experienced coach and you've got the knowledge, you've got the passion. Why aren't you growing financially? Why isn't your business growing? Today, I'm diving into the 3 most common mistakes that experienced coaches make that silently drain their revenue, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. Welcome back. This is Kevin. Over the last decade, I've helped build some high profit, high impact coaching businesses. And today, I really want to talk about some mistakes that people are making. They don't even know they're making and how we can fix them. So let's just jump right in. Mistake number 1 is undervaluing niche specialization. Now, when you start your coaching business, niche and avatar and all those things, I consult on those things too. I teach those things too. But then over time, as you gain experience, as you gain revenue, maybe you break 6 figures, multi 6, 7 figures, we start to forget that our niche is the bread and butter of our brand. And we start to go wide and we start to be for everybody and we start to loosen the grip on the problems that we solve. And that creates a little bit of brand confusion. It's also at this point that we start to introduce some high ticket things in our business. And we wonder why those high ticket things aren't selling. And it's really because our marketing goes from being specialized in a specific niche to going a little wider. We kind of loosen the grip on what we're here to do. When we do that, it kind of diminishes our expert status. It makes us not the go-to person that we want to be in our niche. And we really lose that niche audience that is our bread and butter, the people that we help the most and the fastest, or that forces us to not convert our high ticket offering. So what are we going to do about it? Go back to your niche. Clarify your niche, double down on it, reintroduce yourself to your niche if you have to. And let me say that the more specific you are, the more of a valuable commodity you become and your programs become. The next thing that coaches with experience typically fall short on as time goes on is investing in their own growth. And I know that sounds like something I should say to you to sell you a program or something. It's probably something you should say to people as well. But investing in your own growth for the experienced coach is really something that kind of falls by the wayside. You start to just piecemeal things together or do things when you think you need them instead of having ongoing growth focus. And I really want to encourage you to be your ideal client. If you really look at why people start to fall off of your programs, it's because they stop seeing you as someone who practices what they preach. And that's very important in this world. And as I think about it, as our industry evolves, as the volume of coaches increases over time, we really stand to lump ourselves in a group of inexperienced coaches if we don't continue to learn, unless you are up to date on what's happening currently in the coaching consulting world and you're actually providing that value in today's market, because some things that are part of your marketing may be perceived as outdated. It may be perceived as like, oh, that was so last year. And you don't want that. You don't want that. So if there's no other reason for you to continue to pursue your own growth, it really is so that you stay abreast of what's going on in your industry. And I think the actionable fix in this situation is to diversify what you do for your growth. It could be going to X number of events a year, or being a part of X number of panels, or hearing speakers speak, or things like that. The fix is to get out of your room, get out of your office, get out of your house, really commit to staying in tune with what's going on in your industry so that you can serve at a higher and better level. Lastly, and probably the biggest mistake that experienced coaches make when it comes to generating higher levels of revenue and closing high ticket sales is they rely on referrals. Once you breach a certain gap in business, referrals are not predictable. You don't know when you're going to get one. It's not something that can scale your business. They're great. Everybody wants referrals. However, if that's all you got, you're not growing because that's all you got. And personally, I love referrals because they're typically an easy sell. The people are already coming in vetted. They're coming in saying yes to you in some way. My friend told me about you. You've done great work with them and this would be great for me. That kind of thing. It's a really easy sales cycle. It really is. However, the opportunities to get those at bats is sporadic at best. And so what you really have to understand is, have I created a system of lead generation that leads to sales conversations outside of my referral network? The referral network is so important. You really want to nurture that and keep that going, of course. But if you're really looking to scale your business and close those high ticket sales, you've got to have a system that brings new people into your fold without relying on, hopefully someone will remember my name when the conversation comes up at that event that I'm not going to. Do you see how ridiculous that sounds? It's kind of funny. But I know people that have relied on referrals for a long time in their business, and when it comes to actually scaling and growing their business, even leveraging their business, it's almost impossible when your sole means of revenue is referrals. So if we had to sum up, if you're an experienced coach and revenue is not quite where you want it and you're really thinking, how do I get to the next level? Go back to that niche specialization. Number 2, invest in your own personal growth. Go to that event, speak on the stage, sign up for the summit, sign up for the mastermind, hire a coach, whatever you got to do, really get back into your own personal development so that you're staying attuned with what's happening in the industry. And number 3, stop relying so much or solely on referrals and really branch out and look at that cold traffic. cold audience. How do we convert them into raving fans that will be purchasers of our high ticket offer? Those are the three things and the three mistakes that I see experienced coaches making the most that prohibit them from growing. If this video was beneficial to you and you've got experienced coaches in your world, I want you to share that video. After you like this video, share it with people who need to hear it. And thanks for watching my video. My name is Kevin. We're on a mission to margins for your coaching business. See you next time.